Speaking of weekend series, the Guardians about to open up a big one against Toronto. We're going to preview that in a sec after a quick reminder from eBay Motors. Patience, drive, and passion. That's the formula for winning championships. It's also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has you covered with over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die. You'll always find exactly what you're looking for, and with eBay's Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back, because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to make your car the MVP and bring home some huge wins. So keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions do apply. eBay's Guaranteed Fit is only available to U.S. customers. Jay, coming up this weekend, a home series against Toronto. Saturday's game, a sellout already. Their fifth of the season. There are limited tickets available for Friday,
Tonight
and Sunday's
Sunday.
game after Toronto. They hit the road to take on the red-hot Baltimore Orioles, and then they take on Kansas City on the road. A big 9-game stretch coming up for the Guardians, Jay. But I want to start with this in terms of the Toronto series. These two teams matched up less than a week ago. Toronto won 2 of 3. Who is the advantage in a rematch that close together? Is it the hitters or the pitchers?
You know, it's so tough. Baseball is unlike any other sport. It's all about the individual pitching matchups. Momentum is the next day's starting pitcher. I don't know that I give anybody an advantage on what happened last weekend. I would say that I'm giving Cleveland a little bit of an advantage for these reasons. They're going to have just about a max capacity for the entire weekend. They're sold out Saturday. They're close to sold out tonight and Sunday. Very, very limited tickets available, a lot of single seats and stuff like that. I think by the end of it with the walk-ups, if the weather stays great, I think all 3 games will be a sellout. So, advantage Guardians on that. But other than that, I think the Guardians are a better team. Not a markedly better team, but they are a slightly better team. What are you going to get from the pitchers? That's the $1 million question.
Cookie
You just
on
don't know.
today, right?
Cookie is gone. Yeah.
I don't
But
like that.
another advantage is Jose missed 2 of the 3
He did.
last time because he was having a baby, right?
Yeah, the paternity leave.
Yeah, so you'll have Jose back, so that's an addition right there.
Speaking of, like, who didn't somebody, this is off the beat path, but somebody had a baby during the finals or something? Was that Rudy Gobert?
Yeah,
And he missed, like, the game?
I think he missed 2 games.
He missed 2 games? Like, after the first kid, would you go to that? Or after the first one?
After you had your first kid,
Right, like,
for
y'all got multiple, so, like.
for the second kid, would I go to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because see, then when they get older, that'll be a conversation.
If it was the
Yeah,
finals,
Dad, you weren't in the well, they never have to know.
You did it for like Milani, my daughter Milani would be like, you did it for Liliana, but you didn't do it for me.
Nah,
And then
it was a more. I was gonna see. If
So
you-
what, is she more important than me?
Yeah, I was there.
See,
but
that's how they take it.
Tyvus, at the same time, it's not a regular season game. Like, look, if it's a regular season game, Jose was exactly where he should have been.
Right.
But if it's the finals,
or the World
It wasn't
Series,
the finals.
if it was the World Series,
he's saying that it was the finals with Rudy Gobert.
No, it was not. They didn't even make it to the finals.
Well,
How
not
could
this
the finals?
year.
It was this
It was
year.
this year.
It was
It was?
Yeah.
It was against
What was the Dallas, wasn't
It
it?
was Dallas, yeah, the series against Dallas.
it was Western Conference Finals.
Wait a
right?
minute.
No, it was Denver, I think. Denver. Or
I don't
Dallas?
remember. Whatever.
I'll look it
It
up.
wasn't the finals.
I
That's
mean-
all I
I mean,
know. It
Okay,
wasn't the
okay.
finals.
But it's a
Then
play.
you can't be excused if it's not the finals.
Okay.
If it's the finals, I'll give you 1 day.
One
One game.
What? That's fine.
You can't have 2 games.
He's staying for 2. I just
It was
need
the
to see
Nuggets.
it.
It was the Nuggets.
Okay.
He missed game 2. He missed game 2 of the Nuggets.
Okay. But I don't know how that. Like I don't know. I think can't you put somebody in for you? Like, hey mom, like go up there, like hold her hand or something, bro. Like
No. See, this is your kid.
But I'm just saying. What
At
if we
what
lose?
point? At what point?
What if we lose?
Is the kid not more important?
They gonna be all right.
You got to get your priorities.
They're going to be all right. Now, listen.
Says the guy with no kids.
I was just going to say that. Tyvis, you and I know how special those moments are. I was there for the birth of both of mine.
Exactly. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Full disclosure, these guys, like when Father's Day come around, they get extra credit points. I salute them. They got real world issues. They got people that if they get sick, they be all messed up. I only care about gym shoes and sport jackets. Like at this point, I feel like when you have a kid, you actually can become a man. Thank you. Well, you know what I'm saying. But see,
no, it is different.
It's different.
I once upon a time, I was big into shoes too. Big.
And
when I found out my wife was pregnant with Kirsten, literally one of the things I thought, I didn't verbalize this because I didn't want to get slapped. But the thing I thought was, baby's gonna need a lot of shoes.
A lot of kids. That's what
you know. There go my Jordans. There go my all.
You know what's funny about that is when I had my first daughter, Leliana, I bought her all the shoes. All the.
What?
And the funny thing is, she barely wore any of them.
But what's crazy about that, Tyvis, and you'll experience this when you become a father. When you become a father, something takes over your body.
Right. It's just like.
And it just happens. It's just how. My wife used to be a deep sleeper. Deep sleeper. Those kids were born. If I dropped a Q-tip on the floor, what's going on?
What happened?
That's true.
Something happens. Is I get mom hearing, you know? And with dads, I have this image when I knew that I was going to be a father the second time, and I'm like, I feel like I'm the bird, and I got two birds in the nest going,
Right.
Just, they want to be fed.
Yeah.
And that's okay. All of a sudden, all the stuff that I used to love to do for myself, I was selfish, bro. Yeah. I did everything for me.
I swear.
And I was poor, dirt poor. I'm not kidding. No, listen, when I tell you I was poor, my last job, Mike will be able to.
First of all, wait a minute. Wait, before you go on, I need to let you know something. Poor is a terrible mindset. You weren't poor. You were broke.
I was poor.
No.
And broke.
Poor is a mindset.
Okay.
You were broke.
You know what? I like that.
Don't say you was poor. It's a mindset that a lot of people can't get out of. But you were broke.
I was broke. And my first job, I made $12,500 a year.
Yeah, you was broke.
Yeah. I was poor too. Okay, that's $1,000. That's roughly $1,000 a month before taxes. All right.
Well, you know,
and
back then, you know.
And so, but whatever little money I had, when I did have extra money in my pocket, all I could think about is, what can I get for Kirsten?
That's funny because I did
what
the same thing.
What can I get for Corey?
I'm like that today.
I am like that to this day.
I be sitting there like, them shoes cost $200.
Yes.
But if my daughter's like, I want a new shirt or something, oh, here, right here.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Wife wants some bam.
And I know
but
you're
me,
sitting there
I'm
going,
like $200.
Geez, listen to this going, it ain't going to happen to me. It will.
I listen. I welcome it. My dad said he missed the whole 80s. He said he missed the whole. He said he didn't know what music was. He said when they play old music like with Michael Jackson, he said I don't remember Michael Jackson because like I just
you needed
blacked
a
out.
$200 bat.
Yeah, he was just like doing stuff. Yeah.
I'll guarantee. I remember when Corey back then it was a $300 bat.
Yeah,
Corey said. He made the travel team. He goes, I need to get a new bat. This rec league bat ain't gonna get it.
Yeah, you're right.
and everybody's using the blah 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 Easton 475 64321 XYZ.
Them Thumper 3X.
Yeah. That literally sounds like a nuclear explosion when you hit the bat.
This bat
so
ain't gonna get
I
it.
said, okay, where do we get this? Easton 687 XYZ 123479.
East Bay.
You got to get it on East Bay.
Yeah.
So we
You
signed
got
up.
the magazine.
I looked.
I want
I'm like,
that one right there.
$329. But you know, you don't even think about it. You're like, hey, it's something my son needs.
Yeah. If they passionate about it,
yes,
absolutely.
And if they put in the work, like
Yeah.
if he wasn't putting in the work and wasn't getting results, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, no.
And I told him that. I'm like, look, he wanted a private batting coach. I'm like, okay, but he's going to give you homework, and I'll know if you do it.
Hey,
and if you don't do it, the lessons are over.
I'm sorry, McNuggets. This is just that I hit you with
So,
the.
G, what do you expect from Jose Ramirez
Right.
in his return series against the Blue Jays?
Hey, Jose, yeah, he gonna do what Jose do, right? Like he gonna come back and be
2 home runs.
I got 2 home runs in this series.
Set the over and under at 2.
I got 2 home runs
1.5.
this series.
He
I'll take
has
the
played
over.
since, but he missed the Toronto series
He did.
for the birth of his child. He is back, so this is a little bit of a chance to get
And-
revenge isn't the right word, but
And-
He'll get back.
get back.
I feel like this is, and a lot of time with marketing, people don't want to buy into this. If I'm talking about the Browns, I'm been preaching the importance of winning the home game, the first game against
Yes.
the Cowboys.
Big.
Huge. This is one of those series where the next 3 series coming up, this is pivotal for the way that people is going to receive you, for the way that the city is going to react, because it's a nice story. You 20 games over 500, but when you talk about the Blue Jays, when you talk about you're going to get the Orioles, you're going to get Kansas City, who people now know are starting to come around to understand it ain't the same old Royals year after year.
Right.
People,
What's the lead, Mike?
Yeah.
Is it 6 games?
For the Guardians,
Yeah.
they are currently 6 games ahead of Kansas City.
You
That
could,
is correct.
You could
That's got to
stretch
be the
that.
biggest league in baseball, right?
No, the Mariners have an 8-game lead.
Oh, the West
the
is
Phillies
abysmal.
have a
That's right.
7-game lead.
Yeah,
The Brewers
yeah,
have a
yeah.
6.5-game lead, and
Wow.
the Dodgers have a 9-game lead.
You know, this is bad for
Yeah.
baseball, guys. That's not good for the game.
The only division that's close is the AL East right now, but the Yankees and Orioles are a half game separated. And
Yeah.
they're 10 games up
And
on
then
the Red
after
Sox.
that, everybody's done. That's not good for the game.
There's not a single close division race outside
No.
the American League East.
And I can't remember the last time that happened. Usually a 6-game lead on the first day of summer, you're cooking.
I think when you look at this, if they can get off to a hot start,
So
and
win the series.
they win this
Or win
series.
game one, I mean.
They win game 1. I think it's going to explode because now word is going to get out. These weekends are going to be massive, right?
Yeah.
We ain't even got to, and it's crazy. It's this hot, right? We ain't even got to summer, so people is looking forward to it, Tyvus.
They win this series, and then next series against Baltimore, if they just win 2 of those, I ain't hearing no good story. This is stamped.
Yeah.
Like they are it. Like this team, we talking
yeah.
could potentially win the World Series. Like they beat Baltimore in Baltimore. It's stamped to me. Like that, they are good.
Okay.
That's-
Yeah, I want to pump the brakes on that World Series stuff.
Why?
But they've got holes.
So
So
trade deadline coming up.
right. Well, now if
We
you-
heard last week he on the phone already today.
No, I know he is. He said he told us last week I'm going to be on the phone from now until the deadline.
Okay, they acquire some pitching.
They need a pitcher or 2.
I think they need another stick. Because you can't. I don't know if you can count on Rocchio still hitting the ball. I don't know if you can count on Arias.
Rocchio's getting hot though.
But
man.
I like. Don't get it twisted.
The outfield is hitting. That's the part.
They are hitting.
That's getting me. Like
But here's the thing. This is you bring up a point, right? Like right now, Mike, the 7, 8, 9 slots in the lineup. And I said this yesterday when I'd come back from the stadium and I watched the end of it here, and I said they had a rally. I think it was in the 7th, maybe the 6th. They had second and third 2 outs, but they were getting to the 7th spot, and I go rally over.
Yeah.
Rally over. You've got to do your damage in 1 through 6 because 7, 8, and 9 are hitting like 211, 170.
Yeah.
And
yeah. You're leaving them ducks on the pond.
You can't do it. You can't have 3 of those hovering around 200s at the bottom of your lineup.
Bo Naylor gonna get out of it.
Man, I have not seen signs of it. I haven't seen signs of it, and I'm really concerned, Tyvus.
Last year it was all about offense for him. This year they focused on defense. He gonna figure out he gotta meet them both together. It's gonna,
Yeah.
I say what we at? How many games on the season? It was 86 right now? 92.
No. We're not to the halfway point.
Are we not?
No.
No, not yet.
No, I'd say we're 70 games
I'd
in.
say 5 games after the halfway point. That's when he'll
72.
be
72 in. So
5
we've got
games
9
out of
to go.
5 away from after the halfway point. He gonna
So 14 games for Tyvus.
he gonna take off.
Okay,
back
well,
offensive.
we need something because I think it's doing some damage psychologically. When you roll him out there and you're hitting 170, where is his average
But you know what's
right now?
inspiring? It's
182.
His brothers.
Okay, well, it's up 12 points.
His
in a couple
brother's
days.
hitting right now, so he's probably like, you know what?
He's hitting for power. His average is down big, too.
Well, he hit the 2 home runs the other day, and then he hit a double. So he's probably looking like, you know what?
In his mind,
It's got to be some type of like if my big brother was like, you not about to show me up. I got to get out there and do something. It's coming. Like if Josh keep doing, and you got to do something, Bo. Like you can't just let your brother just carry both of y'all.
kind of like Giannis's brother.
Why you do that though?
That was good, G.
Or
All right,
Evan's
Why you
brother.
gonna do that?
all right, guys.
Eli Manning.
You mentioned Isaiah Mobley, Evan Mobley. We'll talk Cavs in a little bit, but a quick reminder, if the Cavs make a coaching hire over the weekend, later today, we will hop on the Ultimate Cavs stream at any point throughout the weekend as quickly as we can to update you guys on said hire, or if Donovan signs an extension or if any other trades come out, we will hop on the drop of a hat as quick as humanly possible to get you guys updated and instant reaction to whatever moves the Cavs make. So make sure you guys stay tuned to our YouTube page.